under the lights, it's going down. And on this Saturday night, we under the lights, it's going down. And on this Saturday night, we under the lights, it's going down. Under the lights, it's going down.
Senior night at Husky Stadium for tonight's matchup between the Totino-Grace Eagles and the Andover Huskies.
evening and welcome to the Andover Athletic Field. I'm Joe Rulin, joined along with Jim Childs. And this the second of a back-to-back doubleheader as we get ready for the Totino-Grace Eagles, who come in with a mark of 6-7, taking on the Andover Huskies 3-8-1. The Huskies are led by head coach Andy Lynch. As you see the lineups finishing up there for the Eagles, we'll get those to you as well here just momentarily as they will go now to introduce the Andover lineups, and we'll grab it there. And meanwhile, it is Andy Lynch, head coach for the Huskies, going against Bill Vance in his 24th season and 3 state titles. And here we go, the starting lineups. We'll catch it right here for Andover. In goal, as you can see, Grayson Sheik. And then Maverick DeRung. It is senior night. And Nicholas Brown, a senior, also on that back line. Carson Gore, junior defender as well, gets the start tonight. But Collison Aquia, number 7 on the forward. And Blake Stocky, number 8, a senior as well. A forward there. Oliver Jarson also gets the nod, a senior, midi. Of course here, number 11, Grady Monette, of course, the leading goal scorer of the season for this Husky squad. Followed by William Thackeray, a junior, also playing that back line. Clement Mutamba, a senior, also will get that nod. As you get a look here at the Totino starters and the rest of the way, also starting number 17, Wilson Lindbergh for the Huskies, and Yasef Bona, also a forward there. So I'll look for head coach Bill Vance in his 24th season. Luke Brandt, a star-studded goalie between the pipes. Then followed up by number 5, it'll be Che Atanga at a midi. Liam Gill plays both defense and midi role. And then, of course, at number 9, you have Rafa Del Toro Salis as a midi as well, playing up there. Number 9 is Truett Dollins. He's got 4 goals on the season. 11 will be a midi, Charpel Cabalon. And the rest of the way, you can see Sal Clements, Isaac Miller, Hudson Herzick, Ramsey Awad, and then Billy Walsh as well, followed by number 6, Andrew Bonarchek. Also playing both the D and the midi as a sophomore. It's a team, Jim, the Eagles, who have captured 3 state titles under Bill Vance, again in his 24th season, and they have made 10 state tournament appearances under his realm as well.
Well, you look at their schedule alone, and they have one of the toughest schedules in Class 2A. But the consistency, they have been, consistent. The coaches have, we've done Totino-Grace, Andover previously, and they just, there's no panic on that side. They just know how to play. They know that they're going to find their way, and it's always a treat to watch such a well-coached team.
Andy Lynch, of course, very familiar with the state tournament. He has led this team now to 3 state tournament visits. Last year, an impressive win in the quarterfinal round over Minnetonka, a game that saw Monette score 2 of the 3 goals, and they can be electric. This year, a system, a team, a lot of graduations and some inexperience. They are currently at 3-8-1. They've been outscored 18-30, including 6-8 in that first half. And I talked to Coach Andy Lynch a little bit about why that is. We'll talk about that as the game transpires. They're getting ready to begin play, moving left to right. It will be the Eagles as they get play underway. This one launched the distance. There to gather it in.
Just to finish up on your thought about Coach Lynch, I think he's underrated. But I will tell you, everyone in Section 7 does not want to play the Huskies because of what he's done the last 3 years. They, no matter what the record is, talking with a couple of coaches this last week, they just know that Andover will be prepared to be in sections.
Huskies moving right to left there. You saw Sheik, the keeper tonight, launch it up there in midfield. He'll send this one back up about the 30. A bounce controlled. Huskies try to get it back to the defense. It's pickpocketed, moving in now quickly. Totino, left foot kick, shot, chip, out of play. No corner. I thought it may have been deflected, but just a misstruck ball that time by Totino. And a goal kick awarded back to the Huskies underway here on this Tuesday night. A Tuesday night?
Tuesday night,
That's
yep.
right, already.
Gill with an opportunity, just like you said, just hit on the outside of his foot.
Totino-Grace, 14-4 last year, 56 goals scored. This season, 26 goals scored. A chance on the break, getting back there to defuse that opportunity. The back line for Andover, but we are going to get a whistle and a foul in the first free kick. That's going to come within range. They're striking it right to the net here for Totino.
Oliver Jarson grabbed the Totino player as he was coming through and whistled for the foul once the advantage was awarded to the Huskies.
Simon Giletto, a speedster and the top goal scorer of the season for the Eagles, not playing tonight. He is injured. A strike of the ball here. Chip, perch, perfect. Elevating and watching it go by. Great play that time by Sheik. It looked like he was going to get those gloves up and haul it in, but made the better of the two moves.
Dalzin tried to pinch it in that upper 90, just couldn't hit the spot, but like you said, Sheik was there.
Launching from the keeper box there is Sheik. A couple of headers all the way back to the 35. Defensively moved up. Fleck ball in play. This will go back to Totino, the Eagles. 6-7 on the season. They've lost their last two matches. That's the Park Center and the Holy Angels. Their last win for Totino was a 4-2 win versus Anoka back on the 20th. Settling, kick back out now, moving to the left side, trying to get that left foot kick off, but it caroms back onto the foot of the Huskies. Andover trying to work it upfield, controlled back again by the Eagles. Eagles to the far side, and they lost in last year's state championship matchup to Maramidai. Near side of the field, give and go. They circulate it back and decide they want to reverse back to the far side of the field. Leading goal scorer for this Husky squad is Grady Monette. He's got 5 goals this season and 2 assists. Back the other way on the turnover. Monette sends it down through, trying to corral and get to that ball. And knocked out of play that time with Nick Brown. Nick Brown gets ready for this throw-in. Gets it back, controlled by the Eagles. Lots of seniors starting here. I don't want to say it's all the seniors, but a good majority of the seniors get the call for their start here tonight against the Eagles. Reversing the ball on that blue line, controlled, chipped ahead. Moved there by Brown again, and now controlled. Totino tries to send it down the line, but it's disrupted there defensively by Andover. They try to reciprocate the pressure. None to be had. The through ball cannot connect. And that'll fall to the midst this time of Sheik. Quickly, a quick release. Roll out to the near side. Pinching in. Good play there defensively by Totino, although they can't control off of that boost up near the field. Throw in goes back now to Andover. Brown. Stand Nick Brown.
You try to get about a 10-yard advantage on that one.
He'll drop it back. Now Brown down the line. Okoye had it momentarily. Now moved up. A launch here. Trying to set up a through ball. Racing back quickly On the back line is Andover. Set back, and it'll be a goal kick awarded. There, too, Andover, as I mentioned, for Class 2A, the Totino-Grace Eagles, currently ranked number 8 in the state. Blake is the number 1 team, currently as the number 1 ranked team in Class 2A, followed by Cretin, Simley, Benilde St. Margaret, and then Hill Murray is number 5.
What I think will be interesting is no matter what, Joe, you will not see Matamidi and Totino in the championship this year, as they are now in the same section.
Near side, we talked about that a little bit before the match here with Bill Vance. Who does he see as that number 1 seed? He goes, I think we have about 4 or 5 teams that'll be jumbled all together. And you could put any number on us. That's how evenly matched we are. Looks to be a free kick now for Andover. Just underway. First half, 33 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in the first. Last 2 outings for the Huskies have resulted in a couple of losses. One to Coon Rapids and the other to St. Paul Central. That was 8-2. The last win for the Husky squad came on September 20th. The same here for Totino. Coming out, this ball, free kick launched in the front of the 6. Corralled there by Luke Brandt. Oh, by the way, Luke Brandt, 880 minutes logged and a goals against of 2.27 and a 671 save percentage. He is a senior keeper. He's going to kick next year for St. Thomas University.
Not a bad gig.
Adequate.
Yes.
So, great job. And head coach Bill Vance says, hey, this team has some great blue liners in front of him as well, including Ramsey Awad and Hudson Herzik. Throw it. Diffuse. Nicely played. Andover trying to send it up the field. Mid kick bothered. Again, trying to move it up. Diffused. That was Mutamba giving it the second run here. Up the field. Numbers. Now here come the Huskies on a through ball. Almost put to the foot that time. The Huskies striker. Left foot kick through. Now making it. Settling it. Deflected. Got back to the 18 and then out of play. Throw in for Andover. Doing the honors.
Well, Nick Brown had a chance there. It just came off his foot a little bit too hard, but he wanted to go to his right foot.
Carson Gore was back there on that throw-in, number 5. And I'll move it up to the side here, close to us, and Oliver Jarson there. The far side of the field, the Huskies operate. Try to find a gap here. They launch it in. Here's a run to the ball at the 18. Perched by deflection. Pouncing on that ball. Not getting by the goalie of Luke Brandt. Wow. Collision there. That ball could have sprung in any direction.
Well, look at how fast Akui is. Collison Akui gets there, and he just knocks it right into Brandt. Great play by the goalie from Totino-Grace.
This one launched back. That's a senior is Luke Brandt. And Totino now settles. Again, they're in the white, moving left to right. Just underway. First half of this match. The one you just missed was a thriller as well. Girls high school soccer, a 3-3 tie between Andover and the Eagles. 5 goals scored by those teams in the second half. Trying to matriculate and identify through here and split the defense. Momentarily there was Clements. He kicks it back. Now tries to set up a teammate. Race to the ball at the 18. It's deflected. Dropping near side. Trying to tee one up is Dollins. Dollins with 4 goals on the season. Left foot kick, trying to drag it over. Now unleashes this shot low. Makes the save as Sheik. The rebound there on defense for the Huskies to move it up and out of the 18. Quickly back is Dollins. He's bothered. And shadowed as well by Mutamba. Back with it now, Dollins. He'll reverse field right on the logo. They reverse it to the far side. Does Totino. Left foot kick here. Gets just inside the 18 and redirected out of play by the Huskies. Just under 29 minutes to play here in this opening half. No score.
Well, as good a save as Brandt had, Sheik had a better one on that one. What a great job diving to his left, being able to redirect that out.
A header off the throw-in. That is controlled by Sheik. Working back now. Grayson Sheik, as I mentioned, comes in with a save percentage of 828 on the season. This one launched beyond midfield. Header missed. Pressured now by Andover. Andover to the far side, trying to control the pace and the ball itself, trying to reverse. Good play there. Whistle. And we're going to get a free kick going the way for the Huskies. And no score here. As I mentioned before, outscored the Huskies this season with that 3-8-1 record. They've been outscored 18-30. And
there hasn't been a lot. Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of games that they haven't been in, though. You know, you look at the scores. You know, losing 3-1 to Rogers, 2-1 to Centennial. They've been in quite a few. In fact, the when we did Champlain Park against Andover, it was a couple of late goals by Champlain Park to put it out of reach.
Launching here into the 6th, trying to get the read on the bounce. The header, it floats out of bounds, and the possession will be to Andover on the goal kick. Good place. Gotta love the speed of these two teams here in this opening half. That 8-2 loss was tough for the Huskies. Injured early in that game was Monette, and they have to play without his services. Now Sam Boreen enters, a sophomore midi.
Well, nice job by Carson Gore on that defense. 1v1 on the near side, able to redirect it.
Sheik launches it. Now finally, both teams exchange brief possessions. Drop back. And now they move it up forward instead of reversing field. Eventually they get to that side, the far side. It rolls off the foot of the Huskies, but they still maintain possession. Now they scramble, pinching in. And now a through. 3-on-2, numbers quickly evolving here for the Eagles. They settle a ball far side, launch this on a hop. Tough to control it on that hop and get it on target. It floats over the uprights and a goal kick here for Sheik.
Charbel Carbalin had a good run. The speed on the Eagles is impressive. They continue to, just have, almost have it. They just hit a couple of kicks, but they're solid.
Set behind. You've seen a couple of strong headers already. Have come the way of Gill and also Rafa Del Toro Saliz.
Brandt way out of the box.
Free kick from the logo. Just under 26 to play, first half. Thanks for joining us on QCTV. Tuesday night lights here from the Andover Athletic Field. Nice kick to near the top after a couple of headers to the 6. An exchange of it inside the 18, trying to set a float or out to Aquea. Race here, a push from behind. That wasn't seen. Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
That was a pretty blatant push.
Yeah. How about Billy? How about the speed of Billy Walsh, man? He was even. He was even, and then he was leaving.
Yeah,
he was good speed. You know how fast a Kui can be.
Mm-hmm. He came out of nowhere. Yeah. Did Walsh, and a little frustration set in there.
Surprised there was not some colors given out on that one.
I thought so. Two-hopper makes its way through without being touched into the 6, or onto the 6 rather, for Sheik. Quick throw out on the release, trying to get control of the ball, but now the Eagles possess it inside. The 13 looking to launch a left foot kick, running the line inside, and it's going to be a corner kick in the first of the night here for the Eagles, a first for either team, and that comes with about 24 minutes left in this first half. Keegan Vance now in.
So just a side note, a broadcasting note, schools, if you're ever watching this, please look at the uniforms of Totino-Grace. The size of the numbers on the back are fantastic.
Nice and clean on the read. Here's the approach. The corner kick hits inside the 6, deflected back out. Huskies trying to get possession up top, and the striker moving it. Collison on a through ball. Try to hit his teammate. Monette was injured in that St. Paul Central game, and kind of curious to watch his play here through this match and make sure he's healthy come postseason. 23 minutes left. A throw in awarded back to Totino. No score in this opening half. As I mentioned, Totino last year 14-4, scored 56 goals and lost in the Class 2A state champion 3-1 championship rather. Feeds inside, not able to hold the 18. Mutumba that time fired it out quickly. It'll be a throw in for Totino. Get a look at the field view, and boy, when you're down on that view too, even when they're practicing, you can tell the power of those kicks and also the speed of the play. Launched high, quasi deflected on the kick by Andover. They'll try to peel off, get possession. They do not. Awarded the throw in will be Totino.
Totino-Grace, you had mentioned they'll finish up against Holy Angels. They are ranked number 1 in Class 2A, or Class A. They took the loss. Actually, they took the loss their last time out, 2-0.
Throw, collision. Who's got possession? Far side. It's Totino, and then launching it off the leg of a Husky forward. It'll be a goal kick. Head coach Bill Vance said, you know what, I like the parity in our Northwest Suburban Conference this season. Everyone in our conference have been very competitive. So we're still searching as a team for consistency and hope to be playing our best soccer in October. Some key injuries to some key players as well that they hope to return come postseason. And, of course, one of those players has to be Giletto.
Huskies got an opportunity now to see if they can get some pressure put on Brandt. Only one time they've had enough pressure. They need to see if they can get some sustained possession.
Brown attempts to get involved there with the header. Now moving away. Reversing, trying to find a more opportunistic avenue here as Andover picking it up now. Trying to get Monette. Tried to get some spacing to unleash a shot that rolls off of his foot, forcing Andover back into their end of the field. Grayson sends a good shot up ahead, a good pass, the header. The one hop. It's those 50-50 balls, but not even the 50-50 balls, Jim. It's that second ball off of those 50-50s that, you know, you see, and Coach Andy Lynch really said those are some keys for us, those second and third balls. If we're not going to get the 50-50, we have to be ready to attack and gain possession off of those. Midway through this first half, no score. Here's a launch shot going far post, taking a couple of steps to the right is Brandt, and he controls. Quick rollout on the outlet, near side to midfield. Gill had it momentarily there. Collison moves it near side along the 18. battling, and we're going to get a corner.
We are.
Yes, the Huskies get their first corner.
See who comes up and takes that. I think it's Monette, isn't it?
Yeah, I like to see Monette in that height in that box, but he's going to take this corner. Oh, they have.
No, Stocky. No, Monette, you're right. You're right on my bed.
But maybe this is a one-touch piece. Nope, a perched shot here. Far side, a header off the mark. Stocky took that corner. Maybe used Monette as a distraction. So both teams 0 for 1 on their corner kick opportunities. Luke Brandt gets ready to launch this goal kick. Just beyond midfield. Settles, left foot kick down the line. Trying to control, and they'll chip it back now. To Sheik. Sheik rolls it. Just that one, not quite the kick he wanted to try to start. Maybe a counterattack there for Andover. Now, Totino, near side. Controlled. Nupamba has it knocked off his foot. And a throw in now for Del Toro Salas. Del Toro Salas is a junior this season. Jumps in front of that one, tried to get possession. Some other players for this Totino group to watch out for. Gill with 4 goals this season, along with Dollins. Dollins, 4 goals and 4 assists. Dollins has it now. Trying to set up a pitch across, elevating high that time. Along that 6, just too much out of his reach. I believe that was Gill who went airborne in an attempt to head that. Throw in. Chipped in now here for Totino. No contact. It rolls its way inside the 6th, and it's gathered in by Sheik.
But impressive cross by Dollins to be able to get it on. I mean, he just had a husky in his face, and he still was able to put it in a good spot.
Grayson Sheik, you saw a pick of him there. Launches it to midfield. Quickly trying to get possession back now is Andover. Send it back, and now they launch it down the line. Off the shoulder. Still trying to settle. When I talked to head coach Andy Lynch, I said, what would you say, what's it attributed to most to that 6-8 being outscored 6-8, only scoring those 6 goals in that first half? He says, I got your point, Joe. Andy's always very direct. I appreciate that. He just said, we really played shorthanded in some of these matches. In fact, had a lot of goals scored on us in that first goal. Some red cards that occurred also in that first half really paid some dividends, and we just always found ourselves kind of chasing in that first. We hope to change that, he said, tonight here against Totino as we get ready for postseason. Launch this one down the line through the 18 and to the goal line, where it's corralled there by Sheik.
You see the confidence with the back line on both teams because they know they've got a good keeper, and they feel comfortable sending it back to him. It's a true luxury.
Collison trying to scatter that free. He will draw the whistle and the foul here on Totino. Free kick just outside the 40. Monette will do the honors. Monette, as I mentioned, 5 goals, 2 assists on the season, leads the team with 20 shots on goal. Last season, he had 12 goals and 6 assists, including 2 key goals against Minnetonka in the state tournament win for the Huskies. Launching here, good start, drive to the 6, rising up for the header. Totino. Huskies reciprocate with their own header, but now on the foot of Monette, and he Sends it back. And out of play here, throwing. Some substitutions, a series of substitutions coming in now for both teams.
Yeah, Iwad comes in, Lochner comes back out along with Atengi for the Eagles, and Lochness comes in for the Huskies.
So number 6, Melvin Loges, gets his first view tonight from the field. High, soaring shot, race, and curves to the corner. Good hustle. I thought they were going to get the corner. No, good play. Loges got there in time, settled the ball, but a throw-in is going for the Eagles. To mention 10 state tournament trips to the state tournament for the Eagles under head coach Bill Vance in his 24th season, including 3 state championships. Grell brought in a little exchange. Loges, not Loges, Gore. Set back down line.
You watch the Huskies; they're able to get in these passing lanes and enough where they're disrupting the way that the Eagles want to play right now. This will be their key to victories: being patient and just playing good defense.
Exchange there, so you can certainly hear the chatter on the field. Also the support there. We get a whistle. And a throw-in. Number 6, Loges, there for Andover. Works in, has it pickpocketed. Running through that pass was Totino. They settle it, they pass, it's deflected. Both teams did a good job. Monette now breaks in. Monette carries a little deeper, unlaunches this shot, chips it off the top of the crossbar. Great touch shot by Monette, but denied. I'm not sure that the keeper, Brent, got a piece of that or not. We'll see here.
Well, he gets a step, and he's able to settle the ball for a second.
He got by a wad that time.
He can walk backwards really fast.
Or was that a moonwalk?
That was a moonwalk.
A fast moonwalk. A header. Andover trying to beat the ball first, unable to get there. Set up, and now reverse kick over the... No look to the... 40. Back again now. Exhaling a wad there. We'll get a move upfield for Totino.
Boy, it's been a clean game, Joe. There's not a lot of cheap fouls out there. It's 2 teams playing really hard.
I'm sure with that statement, we're sure to unleash a series of whistles coming soon to the field. Back again. Here come the Huskies on a run. Reversing, circling. Assessing the field. Monette, that left foot kick buries this one, the senior. Good pass himself, trying to pitch it over the top. Finally get into back control on the far, the 18. This shot, centering, 6. Goal for the Huskies. Collison buries that one. And that goal gives the Huskies a 1-0 lead with 10:57 left here in the first half.
Well, on the far side, I think that was Stocky who was able to Blake Stocky was able to get control and thread the needle through 2 Eagles and a goal, and the Huskies off and running. Collison and Quees have been working hard all game. That one, excellent shot and just an excellent work by Blake Stocky.
Good work on that play, and finally capturing the goal and getting the lead. Collison Okoye, who picks up his 4th goal of the season.
The Huskies now. The Huskies right now are they're just patient right now. They're setting up their offense. We're Something they didn't do the first 20 minutes. Now they're really being patient as far as trying to find those through balls and reversing field.
Pass right on the foot, nice through. Leads to a lead ball through. Johnson chipping, deflecting, out of play. Corner kick now for Totino with 10:20. Certainly it has been Totino, maybe a little bit more possession, purposeful on their offensive possessions, but the Huskies with a burst and on a counterattack able to capitalize on the goal by Aquay. Collison Aquay, goal number 5 on the season. Walking the ladder, unable to get a glove on it. As Sheik rose to the far side of the field. Good defensive play there to move it up the field, and now it's deflected off the foot of Andover and a throw-in for Totino-Grace.
Those throw-ins are important. You've got about 3 guys from Totino pointing one way, 2 guys from Andover pointing the other way. Only one that matters is the one in stripes.
Coach Bill Vance says, hey, the key player is also number 8. Liam Gill is a laser. As they buzz the tower, but a bit high on that attempt there by Dollins.
Well, on cue, here comes Gill right now.
Likes to call him his Swiss Army knife. He's a junior, a captain. He has played defender, midi, and forward throughout the season. He plays each of those positions extremely well. Settled, circling back up near midfield, and then leaving the through ball on the far side. Throw in has coming away here for Andover. 8.5 to play here in the first half of play. 1-0 lead. Loose ball getting the launch. The kick. We'll get a corner here now for Andover. Their second, I believe, Jim. Their second corner of the first half.
Yep, tied at 2. Aquay, boy, he just goes after it. There's 100% adrenaline going right towards that goal every time he gets around that ball.
Far side here approaching that left kick. Maybe this is probably Monette, I'm guessing, with that left foot kick. Hits it inside, elevating through the 6 on the backside, controlling Andover. They try to put it back out in front, deflected, race to the ball. Corralled now by Totino at the 20, stolen back by Mutambo. Mutambo back into the play, dives, slash, gets back up, puts a kick on, deflected by Totino. And on the far side, both teams pursue to control, walking the line on that far side. Totino from the 50 to the 30. Across the way, transition here, coming back to help out. Nice job there by Loges. A boot up here midfield. Aquay stops, feeds Monette. Monette says, go hunt that ball. Okay, Aquay is there, settles it. Moves inside, left foot kick. Deflects, gets out near the 6 and finds its way back inside. Now the 30, launching this left foot kick Andover, 1 hop. And that's secured by Luke Brandt. Again, Brandt comes in with the goals against of 2.27. We'll be playing keeper next year at St. Thomas University. Just south of 7 minutes left. Competitive play up and down the field. It still remains just a 1-goal lead, 1-0 here for Andover.
The Husky, there's a different approach. Totino can transition from defense to offense, in a split second. Huskies are a little bit more patient.
Working it back up. As you'll set, throw in, quickly back in play. Far side. Drop it back to the Husky who threw it in. Monette perhaps. Drops it. Moves in near the 6. Pickpocketed off the foot before the Huskies could launch a shot. Loges tries to attack. Moving it back. A miscue, misplay on that pass. And the turnover. Loges controls, drops it down. Thought to a teammate, but in fact it was to the Eagles. Mutomba Mutombo that time had it momentarily. Tries to hop it back. There's a kick to move it beyond midfield. Both teams kind of exchanging mini attacks or some passes here between the 20s. Akwe drops it for Logis. Logis gets it to Akwe. Akwe, left foot kick here. Tries to hook it and just goes over the top. Was trying to look almost like he was going near post.
Well, that was a nice job. And Logis with a beautiful pass to be able to kind of thread the needle over to Akwe. Something I was noticing, he kept, the ball would be bouncing off his foot a little bit too far. That time, real nice touch.
Brown is back in for Andover. Players quickly coming in and out here as they are set here, launching it. Is Brandt, the senior keeper for Totino. Kicking it back, finding a way, a little scramble. And now the through attempt, a little too much, a bit overzealous on that pass attempt for Totino. Dollins line, go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, I was going to say, Tenge, he's a big body out in front, and he just missed getting it over to Gill.
We'll be at 4 minutes left in the first half. So point of contact on this goal kick. At the logo. Totino with it momentarily. Now back in control here by Andover. They're going to send a through ball attempt. A header. Getting behind that enough to get position to leap. Get the legs under. And a header back. A temporary counterattack that time by Totino back on the foot here of Mutombo. Mutombo tries to get through. Ball is lifted from him. Through ball. Race ensues here. Good sliding defensive play. Spectacular. How clean was that by the Huskies defender?
Yeah, Jarson, great play.
Textbook perfect on that. No contact. Get to it first. Secured it. Great job, Huskies. Now we'll try to take advantage of that fine play. And Totino loses the ball to Andover. Far side, beyond midfield. Turning, leaving the soft touch pass there, put right on the foot of the Huskies. They're moving in. A little stretch of the shirt. Said, you don't want that shirt on anyway, do you?
The sleeves were a little too short. He was trying to make them longer.
Truett Dollins that time. Had the shirt. Time of number 9, Mensah. Zayden Mensah finally whistled. Free kick, though, will come the way for Monette. You got to like that if you're an Andover fan. He can launch one from anywhere on the field. This one will take place at the 30. 2 steps, squares up, perches it up ahead. A header back out again by Totino. Trying to perch it up just in front of that 6 to cause some havoc. Good defensive play by Totino. About 2 minutes left in this first half. 1-0 lead remains here for Andover.
Well, I'm glad Coach Lynch got your suggestion of scoring early.
I did follow up with often as well.
Yes,
a little EO early, often.
They've got at least the early part done.
They do. Checking back in, are getting the first look. Here's Boreen, number 24, Andover.
I got to tell you, Joe, the weather couldn't be any more perfect than it is tonight. Beautiful night for late, as late in September as you can get.
That it is. Good struck ball, well struck ball. A couple of hops, battle. Now coming loose, a chance. And declined if their defense has been diffused, but what an effort that time by Akwe. Off of a well-struck ball deep, as you can tell, near in the 6 as he tried to get that ball loose. A minute left here in this first half. The goal by Akwe. And a dime by Stocky. And the Huskies remain up 1-0. Deflection, corner, rolls out and out of play. Good job. That might have been close to a goal kick or corner kick if the Huskies did not hustle down and redirect that ball. Moving it far side here on the run. Settles, overruns, good pressure though on the hip pocket. One of the Eagles players who disrupted the play. 22 seconds left in the first half. Monette circles, hits a teammate. That was Boreen, this one by the Eagles, sent almost back to Fridley in Totino-Grace High School. Back onto the field, throw it. Launched high, controlling, coming in. Brandt has it, and that's going to take us to the first half. A 1-0 lead for the Huskies. Jim, your thought?
Well, I tell you what, love what the Huskies are doing. They changed their offense mid half, and were able to, get some good looks. Collison Akwe just has been outstanding out there, and both goalies have looked really good too.
Hey, let's step away. Don't your eyes step away, please. We'll keep you right here on QCTV programming during the half. Back here in about 7-8 minutes. It's a 1-0 lead for the Huskies over Totino in boys high school soccer.
I definitely think the team becomes more serious, like in scrimmages other than tryouts. And like when it was open gyms, it's kind of like you kind of transition into the tryouts and then scrimmages to get more serious and think about the season and just about who you're playing with and make connections on the court.
Yeah, we've tried a lot of lineups. Almost every single set in our scrimmages has been different. Obviously, they have some lineups that they know are going to work better than others, but it's been good trying to see everyone's different lineups and how you connect with different people on the court.
You have to figure out sort of how the hitters are working with each setter, because setters are a little bit different. They have different tempo, they have a different way of delivering the ball, and so we want to make sure that that works together. We also have to figure out, in the back row, who works well together. Talks, they're not colliding, they're working, picking up seams, and we also want to make sure in the front row that a team is kind of next to each other for blocking. So those are things that take some time in practice and with some individual skill set work.
Team bonding, outside of practice too, definitely you have to figure out who you are outside of volleyball and kind of connect with the other players as much as you can on the court and off.
We had dinner together and we all just hung out for a bunch of hours and we did posters together. We're having team sleepovers. We bond on the bus a lot. We're very, very close outside of the court too.
We go out to eat before things, and before scrimmages and games we ask who wants Starbucks. We sometimes do Starbucks runs, and I definitely think that helps us come closer as friends, even as teammates too.
Usually I get fast food. Usually it's Jimmy John's or Chipotle. I always have a bubbler and then I always have music going. But I'm usually a team braider too, so I guess braiding people's hair.
Before games, we always do this one chant in the locker room that kind of hypes us up. So that's always our team before game thing to do.
Centennial undoubtedly is going to be one of the top teams in the conference, you know, along with Anoka, probably Champlin and Rogers maybe. It's really hard to know, but I think that the girls are really looking forward to the challenge. And those games are important to us also because they're section rivals too. You know, so all of those games we get to play in conference also are preparing us for sections.
I would say Anoka is a big one. One of my really close friends plays on Anoka, and so it's really pretty competitive, and we want our A-Town flag back. I think it'd be fun to play Centennial too. I've had some people that I know on that team, and they're a highly competitive team.
Definitely Anoka is always the good rivalry. I mean, we know some girls on the other team, so it's kind of fun to play them and just kind of see who wins this year and gets the A-Town.
We want to be the team that walks on the court and sets the tempo, sets the speed of the game, and we're trying to emulate that in practice. The other thing is communication, and the other word we've used is intentionality. So those are kind of the three things we've really been focusing on up front. Once we get those things down, then we can start thinking about the next things that happen. Hopefully those things kind of sort of fall into place, you know, and then we can take the next step.
I want to have my highest kill percentage and my highest kills total this year. And as a team, I just want us to go out, have fun, play our best. I want to be highly competitive.
I definitely think we'll talk about some goals as the team goes on, and our first game we'll definitely see where we are and then move on from there and grow.
Hey guys, I'm here in Andover at Pine Hills North Park, home of soccer fields, soccer games, big smiles. There's a playground too, trails, you name it. And now you can add a newly constructed park shelter that is reservable. If you want to host your next barbecue, birthday, or get together, you name it, this is a perfect place, especially in summer. Now this shelter is reservable for Andover City residents or groups that serve the city of Andover. You can apply in person at City Hall or visit the website where they have the application to reserve the facility. It's reservable for a 4-hour time period, which is a good amount of time for a party or a gathering. You've got picnic tables to fit about 50 people under the covered area, with a handful of parking spots just right there for easy access. You can wheel up your supplies. It has 2 bathrooms on location. If you're planning on bringing a crock pot or serving up a buffet, there's a prep area that has a sink, countertop, and service window with plenty of outlets to plug in those party essentials. They have some permanent grills here, so bring your charcoal, grill up some nice food, and share it with others. Now speaking of food, if you don't want to be doing all the grilling and making things yourself, good news, you can actually have a food truck here at your event. Just make sure the food truck has a food truck permit through the city. Alright, with reserving a city park, you have to remember there are rules to make sure it stays nice and clean and for everyone, for the next person down the line. So, let's talk rules real quick. No alcohol, no bounce houses, clean up when you're done, extinguish your coals if you did some grilling, and wipe down the tables. Pick up after yourself, essentially. Well, thanks for coming to the park with me today to check out this new shelter that is reservable. And remember, if you want to reserve a park shelter in your city, contact your city hall, check out their city website, see what there is, and remember, city parks are your parks. So treat them well, and then they will be here for sunny days to come.
Tuesday Night Lights from the Andover Athletic Field. Joe Rulin joined along with Jim Childs. This the second half of a double feature coming your way here on QCTV. Prior to this match, it was the Andover girls hosting Totino, and that ended up in a 3-3 tie. But here in the first half of this match, the Huskies have jumped out to a 1-0 lead, and here's a look at some of those highlights that transpired in the first.
Yeah, Huskies right here had a chance. Collison Aqui takes one and bangs one off Luke Brandt, the goalkeeper, and an incredible save. And then about 30 seconds later, Sheik with an awesome save for the Huskies. It was back and forth. Good defense on both D-lines, played very, very well in the first half. You can see right here, it was Monet trying to dazzle everyone with some nice footwork. And the goal. Heads up right here. Stocky, good centering pass. Lands right on Aqui's foot. And the Huskies are up 1-0, Joe.
Yep, there you go. Good to see Monette back from that injury that he suffered on Saturday versus St. Paul Central. And back at it, we got to look at the Northwest Suburban Conference. Blaine up top, 10-2-2. They appear to be headed to postseason as a number 1 seed, Jim, in Section 7. You can confirm that. Osseo in second place, that's 10-2. Centennial, Rogers at 8-4-1, followed by Coon Rapids. Champlain Park, Park Center, Totino at 6-7. Anoka at 6-6. And then you have Andover at 8-1. Spring Lake Park and Elk River moving right to left as we start the second half. It'll roll, but it'll be Totino moving right to left and to white. But, Jim, I was going to get back to that section set in terms of where things are going so far. That matchup last Thursday with the Blaine win over Centennial probably have dictated to Temple for that number 1 seed.
Yeah, Blaine is completely in the driver's seat right now. They're 5-0-1 in the section. So they'll be the number 1 seed. I don't see anyone getting close. Centennial, Duluth East, and Anoka will probably be 2, 3, and 4, and that may move back and forth depending on where it's at. Andover will probably not have a home game, and that's the first time in a long time that they haven't had one home game coming into the section. First section 7.
Typically this time of the season, it's almost like a horse race where they're all packed together, and then suddenly you start to see Andover kind of build that advantage and that stretch run. And right now, with maybe some injuries or a lot of graduation to some solid players, they're not quite there yet. But hey, a win tonight can catapult some confidence in play, and let's see if they can also kind of get that template in their mind on how they need to play throughout a match. 1-0 lead here for Andover.
Just to finish up on this, is we've got a foul going in the way of the Huskies, but there isn't a single coach that wants to play the Huskies. They've got a good goalkeeper. They've got a great coach who knows how to win in section play. Nobody wants to play him.
I had a chance to speak with Andy Lynch about that a bit yesterday. I'll keep our conversation confidential with that, but I can tell you, Jimmy, you're right on cue. He's not finding himself going, oh, I really don't want to play this team or that team. He's like, we look forward to playing the team that we get in sections, and, first mind is getting that first win and getting to that semifinal. So, head coach Andy Lynch certainly has that mindset and trying to get that team steered in the right direction as they go to postseason. And they come in 3-8-1, but tonight they have a 1-0 lead over Totino-Grace.
What do you think about they've been to state 3 times. They've had 2 quarterfinal wins against Lake Conference, Edina, and they beat Edina, and they also beat Minnetonka, as you mentioned last year, in the quarters. There's not a whole lot of teams out there that can say that.
Deflected, back out again now at midfield. Trip. Simultaneous strip. No whistle. I kind of thought that was the same thing because both had been looking a different direction and at the same time made eye contact here. So good thing for maybe a bit overzealous with that right foot that time by Atanga. Che Atanga, number 5 for the Eagles. Throw in is coming the way now as it tangles up in one of our camera tripods. Down below, throwing. Getting set. This is going to be Billy Walsh.
Walsh defensively has made a nice couple of plays just with his speed.
Deflects off the 6. Who's going to come away with it? Goal! Loose change buried back of the net. And I think that's going to go to number 11, Charbel Kabalin. Picks up the loose change inside the 6. And Kabalin capitalizes on this opportunity. Take another look.
Well, here, it's a goalkeeper's nightmare where you can't do anything. And Carbalin able to step in front of the defense of Andover and bury it. It's just the worst nightmare possible when you're a goalkeeper because you can't move forward and you're just stuck in no man's land.
Tied it up quickly here, just 37 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. So about 2:45 at the time of that goal. Kabalin picks up his first goal of the season, and he has 2 assists to go with that as well.
He won't get an assist, but
Yeah.
Billy Walsh with a really an excellent throw in.
Some might say he was just caballing around the 6 and happened to put it in. Thank you for humoring me, Jim.
Yeah, that was good, Joe.
Now trying to move it back north-south in the direction for the Huskies. Aquay moved off the ball. Back to a teammate now. The Huskies at midfield has a roll beyond their reach. And down the far side, some speed coming the way there from Sal Clements. The freshman, Sal Clements, the lone freshman on this Totino team. Mutombo moves it up the line. Stop there, pickpocketed, and maybe an elbow in the ear for the Husky player. Far side, now trying to counter on a pressure. At the 18, redirected back up near midfield. And the Huskies have it on their foot. Nice ball, rolls it through. Here's Aquay, far side, creating some separation. Still left foot, puts this in, far side. Goal! They counter! Getting a tip, perhaps the goal to bring that in on the pass is Blake Stocky as Aquay reciprocates the assist and puts one on the foot of Stocky, who's rewarded for running the distance on that. And the Huskies, 13:40 left here in the second half. Counter.
Yeah, let's see. It ran right into the post, the defenseman did. What a job by Stocky to be able to get his foot out, his left foot out, and put it in. Excellent pass from Aquay. My word. Those two have been magnificent tonight.
Good time for that goal, the first goal of the season for Blake Stocky.
You know, Joe, the thing is, 6'7", 6'7". Everybody's talking 6'7". Well, the Huskies are talking 7'8". Aquay and Stocky. There, now I've got my pop culture reference in.
I thank you. See that? Coming off under his own power. Totino player was down after that contact.
He ran right in. Looked like his knee went right into that post. That's going to smart in the morning.
And that might have been a size 12 shoe that got the toe on it for Stocky to get him to tip. Good pressure, though, as Aquay settled the ball. And just on a burst, went head-to-head, got that step, just enough to get ahead of the defender to send it across the 6.
Scoring for the Huskies. Number 8, Blake Stocky.
35 minutes now. Let's see if this is going to turn into maybe a 5-goal second half like we had in the girls' match here just before this one. It was a 3-3 tie was the result of that. High kick, trying to hold, then coming out, making that save. There's trying to prevent a corner kick. And well done. Now, a high header at midfield, a double header. Now finally trapped, settled. Aquay, far side, continues to try to move it down the line, and it'll be awarded back to the Eagles. It was Andover who defeated Totino-Grace 4-3 in 2023, and then last year lost 1-0.
Yeah, back and forth series. Both. Yeah, like I said, we've talked. I think we spoke ad nauseum how much respect we have for both coaches. You can see tonight that even though the 3-8 record, the Huskies are every part into every game.
Yeah, when they can get dialed in, a little bit of a that misdirect right at the 6 on that loose change. This one is lofted high and wide, and it'll be a goal kick given to the Huskies here with
just about clipped that upper 90 on the far side.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a strike.
Sheik will take the kick. Grayson Sheik, a senior keeper. One bounce just beyond midfield, whistle, and that draws a whistle. And that means Andover will get to the free kick here. Assistant coaches for Andy Lynch and the Huskies include Andrew Morgan and Andrew Bird.
So if you have to be a coach, you have to be named Andy, right?
Yeah, or a last name of Vance, because Bill Vance is the head coach. The assistant coach is Chris Vance. I kid, of course. But there is an assistant for Totino with the first name of Andrew, and Andrew Blake. He is the program coach. A bit of a reach, but we're happening here Tuesday night. Lights, we're getting at it. Back-to-back double feature high school soccer. See a team here getting at it. Totino, rich in history. Race here coming all the way out. Now needs to try to pitch it somewhere close to the 6. Deflected, racing to come in at the last minute on the loose ball scamper, and finally cleared by Totino. What an effort.
Stocky again. He's all over the place. What a great hustle job by
Ramsey Azad as well. A big play getting back. Defensively. Coming way out that time was Luke Brandt. Through the 6 to the top of the 6. Settling it. Approach. And now we get a whistle. Is that going to be a PK?
It's PK.
Yeah, it is.
They took Brown out. Brown got taken out by
contact there. It's Del Toro Celis who will pick up that penalty and result in a penalty kick here. Bobby
out there.
More contact.
And right here, yep.
Probably kind of, at least from our view, a pretty blatant throwdown.
Yeah, and put your hands up like, oh, I didn't do it.
Monette comes and approaches for this penalty kick. Great battle as he goes against one of the best in the state, and Luke Brandt. Luke Brandt has his process here before he gets ready for this penalty kick. A PK here. Monette, the left foot senior, approaches. Buries it. Bottom 90. And he guessed. Luke Brandt had guessed to the right side, lower 90. And he tucked it just inside that near post. Did Monette to collect his 6th goal, a 6-pack on the season, and now extends the lead 3-1 for Andover here with 31:49 left.
See right here, the lefty just strikes it perfectly. And like you said, he called it. He just couldn't extend far enough. So the Huskies now with the most dangerous lead in soccer. 2 goals.
That's right. Monette gets the tally after being injured on Saturday against St. Paul's. Zentra comes back, and goal number 6 on the season.
Well,
Hoft sent one on, going to distance, and Totino trying to get some of that momentum back. Hudson Herzik, a tall, long defender that time, trying to work it up to the midfield, number 21 for Totino. Left foot kick placed to the far side of the corner of the 18, deflected and secured by Brandt.
you know, I don't know how long they've moved Watamba up from the back line up to a mid and Akui up to striker, but I definitely see just a difference in the energy level on the offense for the Huskies.
Yeah, you're right, Jim. You have seen that's an adjustment that is, seems like it's paid dividends tonight here for Andover. As Totino tries to settle the ball. And now they'll send it right back where it came from, far side of the field on a run. Getting some juice going, some speed. Now looking for separation. Touch. Back again to the 18. Goaled over the top. What a beautiful setup. And the quick feet, quick exchange. A crisscross on that pass. And he just missed going over the uprights. But it all started as they kind of refueled up near midfield and then set a couple of passes down on that far side and walked right in.
Truett Dollins really created his own opportunity.
Mentioned Dollins with 4 goals, one of those coming against Elk River earlier this season. Just under 30 to play. It was a 1-0 lead for the Huskies at the end of the first half. Since then, they've added 2 more, and Totino tied this match at 1-1 early in this second half. The time on the goal, moving it down again. Sending it back out. Cabalin scored that tying goal after a little loose change frenzy at the 6th. Player goes down behind. We're going to get a free kick going for Andover as a penalty has been whistled on the Eagles. Slow to get up. Mutamba.
Nice gesture by the Totino-Grace player. Make sure he's good.
South of 29 minutes left here in this second half.
Andover scored the first goal on a similar play in the first half.
Pitched in through just inside the 18. A header back out towards midfield by Totino. The Eagles send it across the field. A header puts it right on the foot. The far side to the freshman. Freshman moving there, and Clements. He's got some great speed as well. You can see explosive steps for that freshman. Throwing now will be Dollins. Dollins a little frustrated. We couldn't throw it in a little earlier, but they'll allow the teams to get settled with 27-30 left in this second half. Thanks for joining us. Tuesday Night Lights, QCTV, Joe Rulin, Jim Childs, loose ball, scooped up just inside the 6 by Sheik. And Sheik, will he send it airborne or groundborne? Will it be UPS ground? No. FedEx Air. Beyond midfield. Nice boot that time. Takes it to the 40. On the Totino side. Now breaking through a good touch pass. Kicking it through. That was Bennett Lackner. Lochner had a good look at it initially. Now to the 18, carrying in, still coming in deep, and finally dismissed and sent it off and out of play beyond the sideline.
How did he get through that? He went through 4 Huskies.
Just that burst and just some quick footwork. This one launched beyond the 18, sealing it off. Left foot kick, now trying to settle. Turning it around off the hand. A handball there. Liam Gill.
Swiss Army Knights got some hands.
He did. Got a little handsy, and they call him for it. So we're set here as we'll get the free kick here, tipped up ahead. And now launched. A good boot far side from the back line for Andover, and now settling it. Monette just misses on a high through ball. Great header, good defensive play there by the Eagles. Lofted down low. A roller, could only get a little bit, not what he wanted on it, but he got some contact on it, but he was definitely bracketed, was Aquay on that particular possession. Back comes Totino, quickly trying to answer. They're down by 2 with 25 left here in the second. Monette drops it there, just a bit behind, forcing his teammate to hustle back to get it. DeRung. Maverick DeRung that time. Moving it up.
Yeah, just was it not a D-rung, he was decleated.
Yeah, definitely Liam Gill with some size as you take another look at it. And yeah, that was a good legit hockey check on that one. So we're going to throw in Will Totino. As the night grows longer, so does the deficit, at least for Totino here against Andover. A 3-1 lead. They tied it early, did the Eagles. Expect nothing less from a Bill Vance team. As they'll have that fight. He's tied at 1-1 on that goal by Caballan. Huskies countered with 2 of their own. And that's where it stands here. So still sticking out, still a lot of juice. You can almost feel like there's an eruption of goals about to transpire here, Jim, with these 2 teams positioning. They're not done yet. Far side, freshman making a run. Clements knocked out of play that time by the Huskies. The throw in for the Eagles.
Coming in for the Eagles will be Andrew Benardzik, and then Mensa will come in for the Huskies.
Andrew Benardzik, a sophomore. He's got 1 goal on the season. Dollins with this throw-in. Brings it to the 6, the corner of the 6 as a result. A corner opportunity here. You can never tell what's going to kind of shift and create that momentum. And there'll be a chance here for Totino as they trail by 2. A quick little pass in. Now they'll loft it here. Up top, climbing the ladder right on the doorstep, trying to get involved with that save was a Tanga. But a good job to secure it by Sheik. Deflection controlled, now disrupted. Both players at the 40. Contact not an option in this game. It's
a necessity.
Yes, it is. Inside the 18, this one lofted, missed kick this time, getting enough, just extends beyond the 18 corner.
You know, there's been very few, like, I don't want to say cheap, but unnecessary, physical contact. It's just been it's a well called game. It's a it's been a clean game. There's been some hard hits, but it hasn't been malicious.
set here, as we'll be south of 22 minutes by the time we get the throw in. Carson Gore. A header, directs it back. Put on the foot of Mutamba. Good to see him back in play. Through ball, hunting it down. Monette. Monette has it between his feet. Goes left. Fires the shot. A good hook. A big bounce and consumed into the midsection. That time by Luke Brandt. Can tell Monette has some movement on that ball when he strikes it. Some good top spin. And I'll tell you, for the Huskies to put up 3 goals against this keeper, Luke Brandt, speaks volumes on this performance tonight, and maybe they start hitting their stride or postseason play. This is a one-hopper easily handled by Sheik.
Well, they've got another challenge coming up defensively with the Anoka Tornadoes coming in, who have been about as offensive-minded as there is in the Northwest Suburban.
Yeah, and speaking of which, Anoka's already in town as they are playing the Huskies tonight at the Andover High School and girls volleyball. Throw in here for Totino, 21 and change. Left, down the line, good battle. Clements was battling there. Time with Andover's number 3, Nicholas Brown. Finally, Nick put it off of Clement. Throw in for Andover. Deflection off the header. Chipped ahead. Now moving it near side. Back to retreat and pick up. As Eagles. We'll see when they decide, hey, when do we want to start moving that back line up? Through attempt handled by Brandt.
Well, if Andover continues to do what they're doing right now, they're just not going to be able to. They keep adding just a little bit more pressure and pressure and pressure offensively. It just the transition to offense just can't happen.
Under pressure. And we have it here, moving in the freshman Clements. Good footwork, but then turned away by Brown. Brown moves it up, puts it right on the foot of Totino. Pickpocket it there from behind. A block shot, and that'll roll beyond. And is it going to be a throw-in, or are they going to have a goal kick? It will be a throw-in. Maureen. Way back in here, D-Rung with the throw-in. Monette jostling after it, almost found a seam to break that bracketed defense. Back with Totino, launching a shot here off the top of the bar. Oh my, hit the post on a launch that time from Truett Dollins. He had a good look at that goal, a good look at that shot. You knew it was going to be on goal.
From 30 yards out. And wow,
hits that
what a howitzer.
Post. Rattled the cage that time. It results on the deflection. It'll be a corner kick. Behind, coming in, scissoring in with a high header on the backside, and it's a handball.
Well, that was Monette, I believe, that was that got his head on that backside. Excellent play.
Another well-struck corner opportunity there. You could see it. It's all the way through that 6. And I'll take your word on it, Jim. With it here. Here's a launch, the kick. Now the Huskies trying to move it upfield. A 2-goal lead right now. And then you kind of start to worry, hey, if you're Totino, when does Andover start to park the bus, right? Want to start parking that bus in the 18. And Akoi back up here, a little slow to get up finally.
Well, everybody's got aches and pains this time of year.
Akoi there, finally back up. Just under 17 minutes to play. Ready to strike this ball, perhaps. Monette, he's there with a teammate. Yep, they run right over, launching this one through attempt on this set piece, and it's consumed right to the midsection and secured there by Brandt. That run over kind of allows you to kind of have the opponent decide who is going to take that free kick. That time, Monette. And a save by Brandt. Redirected out of play by Andover. Throw in will be for Totino-Grace.
Stocky boy, he had about a 2-minute rest period before he came out or came back in.
Jumping the pass, Monette. Headman's in it. And offside.
That was
play.
that was a couple of steps. And I'm right on it, Joe. I can see it right here.
You were right on that line.
I had the flag right.
Saw it coming. Penalty kick. And that goal by Monette was one of the goals, and Stocky getting a toe on a pass by Akwe, the second goal. Here in this second half for Andover, a high header elevating. Now to the 6, rolls under, goal, scored. Deflection, and finally from just in front and on to 6, the goal is scored by Atenga.
Jay Atenga, the junior, had plenty of time, landed right on his foot, able to push it to the right and then line up a shot past Sheik.
15:35 remaining. 25-45 mark. The goal by Atenga. Atenga picks up his 3rd goal of the season.
Well, that'll you called it, Joe. You're like, when are we going to start seeing that kind of change? Now it has.
Shift occurred here. There you get a look. There's a header on this replay. Double header, settling the ball. Atenga just outside the 6. He went low and put it off the arm glove that time of Sheik. And now just a 1-goal lead for Andover. Monette comes in to disrupt the momentum. Rolls off, and Monette seems to be just about everywhere. Left foot kick down the line, tries to get it to Akwe. Akwe going to try another angle. And it rolls back to Brandt. Brandt, the keeper for the Eagles. Leads them up on a quick outlet pass. South of 15 to play here in this second half. 4 goals scored here in this second half. 2 aside. It's Andover who maintains the 1-goal lead.
Well, Tomba ready to come back in. And, Kui is out right now. That Barine is in for a Kui. How long that's going to last.
Probably give him a spell for maybe a few more minutes. And then bring the juice back in here. Under 14, he'll try to redo this throw in. He's been reassigned on the throw in by head coach Bill Vance. One bounce off the back. Oof. And a corner kick opportunity. Now the time this is going to go the way for Totino. Totino with, I'm going to say, is it 4 corner kicks?
That's the 5th this
half.
Well, this game for the game, and 3rd for the game, or 3rd for the half.
13:30 to go. Such a dangerous, critical potion. Here's the corner kick approach at the 6, through the 6, the backhand, the header. Oh. A couple of Huskies swing and miss. A third. Now this one just lofted up near midfield, finally out. Monette pitches it ahead. Now he has it. Running the field. Has some room. Continues to get by. Now running. Gets inside. Here's a shot. Moving in. Cutting across. Still loose ball. Monette trying to get it. He's pestered. He's triangulated there by
they're going to call
Totino,
it against.
And this time it's going to go against. the Huskies. Instead of last time they had a penalty kick result as a contact in that 18. Reciprocating back the other way. So dangerous. Left side, moving in. Pitched it back, drop pass. No one home but the Huskies on that drop pass. Good intent by Dollins. And some pressure.
Dollins had two wide open there and just put it back a little bit too far. Gill had moved in closer to the goal. And
we'll have to keep that play on our mental hard drive. See if it's a game changer. Running the field. Has some open territory in front and offside. And contact.
Now.
Springing in that time, and a good opportunity. But the Huskies open territory there, couldn't capitalize. The offside whistled, and we're south of 12 minutes to play. A thriller here from the Andover Athletic Field. Joe Rulin, Jim Childs. Both games have been thrillers today and tonight. Foul. That goes to Zayden Mensah. Free kick will be coming away to Dollins. Dollins will set it down at about the 28. And he'll approach. Far post, pitches it up just inside the 18, elevating high, bringing it down. Whistle called, and they have an offside perhaps that pitched in behind it. We'll have to see, but nonetheless, Huskies with possession and 11 minutes to play in this thriller on QCTV. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday Night Lights and high school soccer.
Matamba and Akuya both are ready to come back in as soon as they are able to get it out of bounds.
We didn't think either team was done scoring when it was 3-1, and it still feels like some opportunities are about to evolve as both teams start to step up the tempo. We'll see if the Huskies maybe decide to kind of, I hate to say it, but park that bus and try to push them out. Meanwhile, allow the Eagles to kind of pressure in from midfield. Footwork there along the perimeter, trying to get that left foot shot released. Chipped out ahead there by the Huskies. Near side. Moving around, nice footwork. Redirected out that time after the move by Walsh. Walsh will throw in. And we're down to single digits remaining. Aquay back in for Andover. And we have 9:50 and counting remaining here in the second half of this match. Throw in. Now to the foot. Moving in again. Dollins moving his way. He goes flopping down just inside the 18. Settled. Back up. Now through. Here comes Dollins. A chance. Far side post just rolls by like a putt in golf. Just missing the post.
Grayson Sheik a little bit unsure on whether he should come out or not. Got caught.
So
having to be as big as possible.
Goal kick, 9 minutes remaining. Goal kick launched to midfield. Both teams grazed by the ball, and now Andover will try to move it up. It almost moving, spinning, now out of play, a throw-in. Will go the way for Totino. You're seeing Totino moving that line down the field a little bit more to apply pressure. There's Aquay. Aquay looking to maybe get a steal or an opportunity defensively. Moving by, quick move, now sliding in. Breaking loose, still on the foot. Loose ball, bouncing. This one now carried high in the air and out. I'll play, throw-in. Goes for the Eagles. Almost at 8 minutes now remaining. Great contest, great tiller. Both our 5 o'clock game has Andover and the Eagles tied in girls high school soccer 3-3. That's all 5 goals scored in the second half. Here, we've had 4 goals scored in the second half, and it's a 1-goal lead late here for Andover. Moving in, left foot kick into the 18. 1 foot that finds its way floating over the top of the crossbar. And a go kick happens now for Andover. Nick Brown back in as we get set. Moments remaining. 7.
Bona Youssef, boy, he had some good minutes out there, and as he was out front, it's really nice. You just never know when you're going to get him. That was a good job.
Trying to control, good kick, high, deep. Moving it around, matriculaously, Collison, Aquay to the corner, puts this out front to the 6 out of the doorstep, just got enough of it. Now blasting in, coming from behind, and took just a little too deliberate that time before they could take the shot. As moving in deep with it was Boreen. Nonetheless, they will get a corner kick with 6:30 to go by the time they launch it. Of course, the Huskies in no specific rush here to rush this corner. Stocky, he's been trendy in this game. 1 goal, 1 assist. This corner at the 6 deflects off of, I think, the Huskies' heads. 1 of 2 players. It is. This will be Totino. No, they're going to give.
It's Andover, yep.
My bad. I thought there were 2 melons that went off of both of Andover. In fact, there was not. So Monette takes this to the corner. He's content with trying to take time off the clock. He'll get it back now. On the throw-in, deep, near the corner, but not at the corner. Under 6 to play. It's a 3-2 lead for Andover. Throw-in, header, bounced out. Still trying to battle with it. Huskies content with it being on that end of the 50, but now on the counter-attack. Totino, and just sending it right down the line. Monette, little dancing with the stars. Good move on the footwork. It goes off the head of Totino, and Totino tried to control Monette. Tries to get a through ball. Protection. This one lofted high in the air near the far sideline. Clements turns, fires, sends it in. Huskies move up. And we'll send it back on the other side of the 50, giving Totino a chance to chase. South of 5 to play. Near side of the field, Totino looking to make a move here. They're lining up. Across the way there momentarily, Walsh had it. Drops it back to the far point to the right back. Now cutting back in. The right back taking it deep, drops it off, and heads down the line. The deflected pass here goes off of the head and back. Controlled again by the Eagles. The Eagles exhale. Now pursue. Get at it. Almost a through on a setup attempt. I think that was going to be whistled offside.
Yep.
I was wondering if they were going to give that a whistle or not. They did. So free kick. Andover has it here. And a timeout has been taken. Or not. That looks like an injury. Delay. So he'll take a knee. Moving in, number 6. There's going to be Andrew Bonarchik coming in. Foreign change, launching the free kick. Andover. They curl it. They send it out of play. Throw in will go for Totino. South of 4 to play. Here we go. Buckle in if you're watching at home. This is going to be a rush. The final 4 minutes. The Huskies up by a goal versus Totino-Grace. Huskies on their foot. They launch it. Out of play. The throw in will be by Walsh. Totino. Couple of deflections, finally settled. Moving it up near midfield again. You can see here that the Huskies have certainly parked the bus this time around now. Just trying to control and send it down the field. Now making a run. Rolls off the foot that time of Mutamba. Same song, different verse. Billy Walsh on this throw in for Totino. Down the field, now reversing. Going inward, left foot kick. Monette hits the official. And they're going to do a drop. Monette gets another launch here. Aquay had his back turned, but now on the field. Looking to get a through ball. Here's Aquay with a chance. Moving in. Inside the 18. Sends it back across to Mutambo. Mutambo gets it deflected. Will it be a corner? No, it'll be a goal kick. 2.5 to play. A 1-goal lead still remains here for Andover. Totino pressuring. Left foot kick sending this deep. One hop coming out of the goal. Securing it is Sheik. Grayson Sheik secures in no immersion or hurry to send this punt. Launched well done. Deep and into Eagles territory. The Eagles quickly work it across midfield with 2 minutes remaining. 2 left in this match. Good pickpocket there by Quay, and Quay sends it up across the logo. Pinching in. Totino, near side of the field. Left foot kick, Billy Walsh. A tricky shot, and his goal is saved. That was just under. Well struck. He was close to crossing that goal line. Was Sheik, but stolen and taken down at the last minute. Pinching up Brandt, launches one back across to Andover. Monette sends it calmly along the side there to Collison, and a chip down deep. 1:20 left. Huskies more than happy to have it on that end of the field. 1:10 left in this match. One final rush or perhaps some rebounds here for Totino. They're going to drop it back. Set there for Herzog. He launches it high and deep. Loose ball, scrambling. Now a look, turning, shot, deflected, goal! Scored to tying goal. Getting that loose change and firing it back is Liam Gill. What an effort. 54 seconds left, and Totino ties this match.
Well, that was a great job. Gill got it on his foot. He turned to the right side to get a good right foot and then put it on the far side past.
But that pass leading up to that goal, so critical. We take it back and we get a look here after the pass is made and getting enough on it, or just not quite enough, is Sheik off his gloves just inside the far post. We're tied up, back in play, 50 seconds left. Both teams scrambling, tied 3-3. Can you imagine 2 matches back-to-back here on QCTV on a Tuesday night, and it's 3-3. Launching this one, going wide, and Brandt, very skilled keeper, not about to let any of that by him. Quickly sets it up. It'll be a goal kick, and he'll launch this one. 25 seconds left, gets a healthy boost on this one. Settled by Monette. Monette, left foot kick up to the teammate at midfield. Looks for the through ball. Still with some juice left here. 14 seconds left in this match. Now sending it length. Back is Monette to put a left foot tag high in the air. 5 seconds left, and this match is going to end in a 3-3 tie, just as we had the girls' match earlier tonight here on QCTV. Oh, Jim, that was high energy, but some great skill on display here tonight on QCTV. Both teams tie here. The Eagles and the Huskies.
No, I know the Huskies will be a little disappointed they didn't come away with the win, but honestly, they played outstanding tonight. They had one defensive breakdown towards the end. But more importantly, the Huskies, they're juiced and they're ready to go into the section play. We'll see how they do against Anoka coming up on Thursday.
Yeah, taking a look at the broadcast schedule coming up here on QCTV. Football battle for the paddle. That's the Anoka Tornadoes travel to Champlain Park to take on the Rebels. That's Friday night. Also another matchup, Rogers and Royals here at Andover Huskies. Jim and I will be carrying and calling that one as well. Then girls soccer, Shakopee Sabres versus the Rebels on Saturday at Champlain Park High School. And then, of course, girls swimming and diving, Andover Huskies at Anoka. That takes place on October 7th. That's the QCTV schedule coming your way here over the next few days. And that action also continued here tonight at Andover High School as the Andover Husky boys tied it up. They had the lead for the longest time, and then with 54 seconds left, it was Totino-Grace who got the tie on the goal by Liam Gill. And both teams take a 3-3 match tie tonight here on QCTV. Thanks to the crew and everyone, Andy producing this as well, and the truck and the whole crew. Appreciate all the support there. Tonight from QCTV and the Andover High School, it's a 3-3 tie between the Huskies and Totino-Grace Eagles. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joe Rulin. Have yourself a Major League evening at a minor league price.